Blessings and welcome. I am Tuesday May Thomas, and this is your weekly tarot energy forecast for December 2nd through December 9th of 2017. First of all, I want to say thank you so very much to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for jumping on board and joining us. I'm so very grateful. And thank you everyone for your support with my live streams. It is such an honor and such a gift to have this platform and have this medium through which to share. All of my links to my books and my website are in the description box below, so if you're new, please do check it out. And if you are subscribed, hit the bell next to the subscription box and you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take a nice deep breath in and out, and we'll we already had a few jumpers. So we're going to pick them up. Okay, we're going to use those, but I'm going to put them on the side. And let's go ahead and continue. We're calling in our angels, our guides, those divine beloved ancestors, all beautiful beings of light that love us. We welcome you. We call in our animal totems, all those divine blessed archangels that we work with, that work with us. We call you in that you may offer the most highest divine light-filled messages through this reading. I call in all of my angels, guides, and totems to speak through me, to share words of wisdom as we communicate the messages through these cards, the Osho Zen Tarot deck. All right, I'm guided to cut it in half, to use this pile, and to pull 3. Awareness. 1 from the top. Stress. Uh-oh. And 1 more. Friendliness. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. So 3 fell out at the very beginning. No. Yes, 3. Wow. Whoa. Okay, so we've got some heavy-duty stuff here, but it's also a lot of beautiful stuff. And when I say heavy-duty, the first 2 cards that come out to me are this politics card. This is a card of the mind, a card of the clouds, and it is telling us to take off our mask. It is time now to be more of who you truly are, and it is time to allow yourself to see others as they truly are, as they wish to be seen. You know how you feel when you're not seen by those you love or those you care about, and when you are seen by someone, it's like, oh, someone really gets me, someone's really listening, someone's really understanding. That's the gift we are invited to give ourselves this month, and we're invited to share that gift with others so that we can all be seen in our highest, most glorious, beautiful light. Okay? Politics also speaks to manipulation. But it's really just an aspect of the mind. So where in the minefield are you having a tendency to work too hard to try to get what you think you need, what you think you want out of life? Can you, in a different way, allow, right, practice allowing by knowing what it is that you seek, knowing what it is that will make you happy, but at the same time, once you have a clearer image of it, putting it on the altar, letting it go to a higher power, that it comes back to you in the most highest and divine ways that serve not only your highest good, but the highest good of all. So where is there someone else maybe trying to control you, trying to manipulate you, your time, your energy, your attention? Perhaps this is a divine blessing. Oh, and the chirp just happened. That's double enforcing the message. So where can you allow yourself to sort of stand up to that and say, you know, I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm going to put it on the altar and I'm going to give it to a higher source and let that higher source work things out. Let that higher source offer me guidance with regard to the situation. And that is so powerful, right? Especially when you feel like someone's trying to get something from you, someone's trying to like push you or pull you in a certain direction. If you have the opportunity that you can just be and hold your space like a master and master it and give a different alternative rather than having to feel that you need to answer right away, rather than feeling that you need to respond right away. You can say, well, let's give it to God, you know, and just let it go and see what happens. Right next to that politics card is stress. Oops, sorry. Stress is a fire card. And look at this. There's this little monkey holding a needle just about to burst your bubble, my bubble. And look at all the things that this person is doing, balancing on this bubble, on this ball, trying to juggle all of these things. And because they're juggling these candles, these lights, it's telling us, like, are you doing too much? Are you taking on too much on your plate right now? Right? Is there a way that you can lighten your load? And it's very important, especially it's the holidays. And sometimes we feel that, you know, just being around family more, and there could be some of this stuff happening in family, you know, being around more people, more hustle and bustle, more, you know, you got to get the shopping, got to get the food, got to organize all the Christmas cards or whatever it is. It can cause a lot of stress. So make sure that you're taking time out to take care of yourself, because you can burn yourself out. Don't burn the candle at both edges is the message of that stress card, okay? Because ultimately what we're doing is we do it to ourselves. And just like the politics card, how we can say, you know, let's put it on the altar. Let's think about it. Let's recast. Let's allow it to a higher order. Same thing. How many things do you really need to do? Everything on your stress list, Do you really need to do everything on your list like now, like today? Can you organize things and allow yourself to see things in a new light so that you can have time to give back to yourself? I just got out of an Epsom salt bath, and I haven't done one of those in a while, and it just feels so good to literally just stop and do something for myself. And so those are the kinds of things that you're invited to do this month, or this week. Sure, this whole month, absolutely. December 2nd through December 9th of 2017 is just pause, right? Take time out. Make sure you're not overextending and overdoing. And make sure you're not bending, right, too far in the way of that's not true to yourself. Take off your mask and allow your true self to speak through you. Allow your true self to hold space as the master that you truly are, okay? So then that's going to help you relieve that stress, put down some of those candles. And the funny thing about this is that this character is blowing their own trumpet. So sometimes we do that. I mean, really, ultimately, all stress we create for ourselves. It's how we perceive things. It's how we perceive others. It's how we perceive ourselves in our life. And we can tend to create big things out of small things, right? Just because, like, we can get very dramatic, and we can be filled with a sense of self-importance. And there is a beautiful fine line between honoring oneself, being that master, being that goddess, you know, and really embodying your truth. There's the chirp again. But there's another level to it where if all we're doing is like, oh, I'm so important and I'm so busy and I don't know, okay, sure, I'll do it, but like, I don't know if it can get done. And I'm just characterizing here, but you know what I mean. You're not special. That's what A Course in Miracles would say. We're all special, but none of us are special, right? So we're all equal to. So allow yourself to downshift, lighten your load. Don't burn the candle at both ends. Space your time out so that there is more time for yourself. And you know what? That has a ripple effect. So as you allow that for yourself, you're going to I could think of a better word. You're going to affect others and the way that they see their flow in their life and the way that they're doing it. And they might be like, oh, you know, I need to take an Epsom salt bath too. I should just take off my shoes and go into nature and really relax for a while. And so that's what we're guided to do this month. We're guided to not only give those gifts to ourselves, but give them out to others. And it's interesting because this is a time of beautiful relationships, of beautiful relating. We have this friendliness card, which is a card of the emotions. And if we look deeply here, there are two trees. Their branches are intertwined. The roots are growing down into the earth, and it looks like the roots are starting to intertwine. They are connected. They are two. They are not two as one, right? They are two individuals. Two, not one, together. So what relationships are you encountering now, whether it's family, friend, romantic, or otherwise, where you can hold your space and be your own tree, you can be your own being without having to meld into two as one? So with this card, what we are guided to is to pay attention to all of those new people coming into our lives. This is a beautiful card that represents a new level of friendship. If there is a deep friend that you have now and growing roots even deeper emotionally, mentally connected, but there's this sense of being yourself, of not becoming intertwined with the other. And there's this like deep respect. This is a beautiful, beautiful card that lets us know that there is a sacred other out there. And you know, sometimes soulmates, it doesn't have to be romantic. Often it can be a dear, dear beloved friend, even a soulmate and a family member that can enlighten and enliven you, and that you can share those experiences with them. This is really so beautiful and so very powerful, because in this friendship, in this new level of friendship, maybe if it's not someone new, you have information to share with each other. You have information to exchange with one another. And it's very powerful, it's very palpable, this information, and it serves you and it serves them in who you're becoming, in where you're going in your life. You know, it's so beautiful to be seen, right? As we were talking, I think earlier with the politics card, letting our masks come off and letting our true selves just be, right? Not afraid. Not afraid. And I have this sometimes with my friends that are trans and that are learning to allow themselves to embody that other sex that they feel is their truth. I mean, and that's a huge metaphor. That's a huge example. But in a way, can you imagine being one sex your whole life, but really knowing that your truth is being the opposite sex and coming out in a way and allowing yourself to be seen, right? Can you imagine those friendships, those close people that individual allows in? You know, you are training wheels for your friend, and your friend is training wheels for you seeing yourself in this new light. You are becoming someone new, right? You are shedding skins. You are releasing the old so that the true you can be and be seen. And this card represents that which is the most beautiful aspect of true friendship. Someone you can trust, someone you can lean on without becoming dependent, and without them becoming dependent on you. It's really so powerful. So there's someone there. There's someone here. Either it's someone you already know, where that friendship is going to go into the next level, or it's a new friend coming in this week where you're going to be like, oh my God, this person totally gets me. I feel safe. I feel like I can actually take those masks off and be seen and be heard and share maybe some of my inner secrets and feel that I can trust this person. It is a card of emotions. So this will be a very touching, sensitive, beautiful, emotional connection, right, that you're going to have with this person. And what the card that's right under it is receptivity. So this card is saying stay open. You know, a lot of us might feel afraid to really truly take the mask off, to really truly, you know, be ourselves. And often I say here, you know, living your truth, be your truth, be the truth in your heart. Yet it's not always easy. It is an initiation on this earth plane to really embody your authenticity. And often we don't even know what that is. We're like, well, you know, yes, I need to go on a retreat. I need to go to India. I need to go and figure this stuff out. But really, your truth is always there. And as we always say, meditate, meditate, meditate. Get to know yourself in those still silent times, right? In those still silent moments, connecting with Source, connecting with God, with whatever name you give it, that which is greater than you, a higher power, so that you can stay receptive emotionally, keep your channels clear, right? Look at the Sushumna and look at all of those nadis, these channels, the Sushumna being the central line of energy that travels up and down, that houses the spine. And look at these beautiful lotus petals at the crown. This is a very feminine energy, and look at how her arms are upstretched. She is open. And whether you are male or female, this speaks to that divine feminine quality. Again, we had this last week where we are learning more and more ways to just relax and embody that. So keep going with that. Keep staying receptive. Because, you know, if you're not being your true self and you're wearing the mask, and you're, you know, stress, and you're rush, you're not going to see the fruits. You're not going to be available. You're not going to be able to make yourself available to the gifts that this new friendship or this deeper level of friendship holds for you. And it holds a lot for you at this time. It feels that it's, looking at these next two cards with it, it feels that it is, it could even be a business partnership, you know, where you are really, someone really gets you. They see your ideas and you feel that you can trust them and lean on them and allow yourself to maybe say yes when you've been saying no for a very long time with regard to an adventure, a venture in your life. Okay, so stay receptive. Look at the waters. Take that bath, right? Keep cleansed, keep purified. Go to the ocean. Do things that allow you to relax, to come into your peace space within, so that you can be receptive to this divine friendship that holds so much for you. Because, you know, this card has been a theme, maturity. This is a very grounding card, throat chakra, heart chakra, third eye, and crown. This is where we have lived the experience, and so we are wise from it. We don't gain wisdom from reading books, although I love books and I write books, so please buy my books. Check them out. There's links in the description box below. But, you know, it's your true experience in your life that gives you wisdom, that gives you that true knowledge. You can read and watch movies and read blogs and, you know, have a sense about things, but it's only when you really allow yourself to be true to you. And again, that initiation of that gives you this power. Like I was talking earlier about my trans friends. They can read articles and watch other people coming out and going through things. They can watch documentaries about it and think, you know, and it could stir emotions. And I mean, a lot of it is I'm sure very true to them, can resonate, as so many things with us as humans. That's a part of it, right? Yet the true path of empowerment, of being seen, of being heard, and of allowing ourselves to be liberated in our full power and authority comes from us taking that risk in a way, right? And for those friends of mine, allowing themselves to be seen as that opposite sex, allowing themselves to change their name and tell their friends and their loved ones, you know what, I don't want to be Peter anymore. Call me Patricia. You know, and that's beautiful and it's powerful, and that's just an example. But if they are not doing that, and if you are not taking off your mask and allowing yourself to be true, then again, you're not going to be attracting those kinds of friends that will see you, that will support you and uplift you, whereby you can both thrive and nourish one another, right? But also it's going to hold you back from these levels of maturity, because again, you can read about it, you can talk about it, but until you actually do it, that's the badassery of all of this in life, is us actually finding the courage, having the courage. And last week, if you go back, I'll put a link right here to last week's tarot card reading. It was all about that second and third chakra and just coming into your truth, your here I am, and embodying it through that third chakra in your I am here, you know, and really, really allowing yourself to trust your path, to bless it. And that's maturity. That's maturity. That's you walking like a master, full of wisdom, full of insight, in a way that you cannot do as long as you never take off the mask, as long as you don't stay true to you. And there might be, if we think about it as in a percentage, like 100%, right? Maybe there's 80% of you and you feel like you're being true, but there's still 20% where you're not letting your full light shine. Then you're not at 100%, you're not in your full power. You're getting close, and I'm not trying to say that you're wrong or that you're bad, because I know it's a work in progress, baby steps for all of us. Yet this is the week where the universe is saying, come on, we got you. And there's people here, there's someone, actually one person specifically, there's more than one, but there's one person specifically that's going to say, I got you, I see you, give me your hand. We'll walk through the gate together. I'll go, you know, you dress up as your trans self and I'll go with you to this event. I got you, I got your back, you know? Sometimes we need that. Ultimately, we're the ones who have to walk through the door, but sometimes it is nice to have someone there, especially when we feel really, really afraid to come out, to come clean, to be that full 100% turned on version of ourselves. And that's what you're doing this week. And it's interesting that we have this patience card right next to it, because it is a process. This is also a grounding card, an earth card, symbolized by that rainbow and the diamond below. Patience. So the phases of the moon, right? And the pregnancy. This is another divine feminine card. So we are full. We are always full of our truth. We are always just so abundant in what is that truth to us. And this week it's saying, yes, go as close as you can to 100. Go more than you ever have before in embodying it and being it. Maybe it's about you being a whistleblower and you're like, I'm out of here, man. I need to just tell the truth about all these things and all these people, and or that sexual harassment grid that's up. Maybe you're like, you know what? I can't hold it in any longer. I can't just keep playing this mask. This is totally stressing me out. You know, and I need to, this is my true experience. I need to honor it so that I can be initiated by expressing my truth into that next level of maturity and wisdom. And people will come to serve you, to see you, to hold space for you, to say, I got you. I got your back. Stay receptive. Keep your energies clear. You know, and that doesn't mean that you can't have a glass of wine here and there, but it just means stay with your practices, and especially attune with water. You know, are there different ways that you can meditate with water? You know, if you have a crystal bowl, and if it's not a metal one, I'm not sure about the metal ones, but I know for the quartz crystal, you can fill it with different levels of water and play it, and it has like a different tonal frequency, and it's really, really beautiful. So there's different ways you can create your own holy water. And at your meditation, you know, bless your third eye, bless your heart, bless your tongue. If there's any areas of your body that need healing, you know, bless them with your holy water. How do you make holy water? Use a good quality water. Place your hands around the vessel. Maybe it's a jar or a bottle that you have it in. Pray your blessings of love and of light. And this way you will metaphysically, molecularly change the structure of the water to be excited, right? And to get the signal of what you are charging it with. And any other thing, if you Reiki it, do Reiki. If you want to sage it, if you want to set crystals, pointing crystals at it to charge it up in the sunlight, there's so many different ways. You can just activate and create your own holy water and bless yourself and bless others, because it is a process. And there are levels of patience. If you're trans and you're coming out, I mean, yeah, there's going to be levels of you getting comfortable with you even living your truth, of you being seen, right? And of others seeing you too, and of being like, whoa, okay, that was Peter, but now it's Patricia. You were Peter last year at the Christmas dinner, and this year you're Patricia. And so everyone in the whole family or the whole community has to like, whoa, kind of like come on board and acclimate with you. So practice patience with yourself. Right? You are birthing another level of yourself. And I know months ago we were going through this where we were having the baby, right? And we were the baby. Our projects, our creations, our life choices were creating these conditions to birth new levels of ourselves. Well, here we are again. We're at the next level of this. And it's the level of the personality, the masks, the politics, the games that we play with ourselves and with others, through which we hide, through which we lie to ourselves and others. And again, it's not like a bad thing. You're not going to incur bad karma. We're not trying to punish anyone here. But if there's anything there, perhaps use it in your meditations as a consideration. Like, how can I be more myself? How can I share more of my truth in the world? How can I be more courageous in embodying my true self in the world? Give it to your higher self and allow that divine guidance to come through. So I'm guided to pull another one or two. Let's take a breath. And we thank our angels, our divine angels, all those beings, those light beings that love us. We are so grateful for your divine words of wisdom, your divine guidance. If there's anything else to add to this reading, please show us. Show us, illumine us. Enlighten us. Oh, this card fell out. Totality. So you see, this is a card of fire, noted by the red in the diamond below. Totality. And look at this. There's your people. Those are the people that have your back, like an acrobat. If all of these people are not on cue, are not in form, someone's going to fall. They all have to be there for each other. They all have to have each other. They all have to be consciously in union. Consciously like, I see you, I got you, let's go. 1, 2, 3, boom, here we go. We're swinging, we got each other. 1, 2, 3, go. And that's what it's about. And that's the evolved version of this. When we are living in that stress mode, we're not our full selves. We're not our true selves. We're burnt out. We get exhausted. We're in self-importance. We're just doing too much. Too much. You know, and sometimes it's just doing too much for others, just extending. If you do Reiki, take more time to lay hands on yourself. You know, especially if you're a practitioner and you're constantly working on clients, double the amount of time that you work on yourself. It's very important, right? Put your oxygen mask on yourself first and then serve others. Allow your waters, your channels to be cleared. The divine, you know, waters of creation, that life force, that love force, energy to be just pouring through you so that that's what you're extending when you share healing, rather than using your own reserves of energy, because we can get stressed out and burned out and all sorts of other things that we won't go into now. But so the opposite of that stress is this totality. When you do say, no, thank you, I'm not going to take on another yoga class. I've been subbing so many classes and trying. I've been doing just a lot lately. And I've been very aware of when my body's just like, no, like you have to say, no, thank you. You know, and the mind can be like, well, I could really use that money, or, ooh, you know, and that's when we say, let's put it on the altar. Divine God, divine source, the goddess, whatever name, you know, you give it, universe, what's going to serve my highest good? And you'll get an answer. You'll get a feeling, realization that will help guide you and lead you in the right way, you know, because it's the most important thing is your health, not only just physically, but emotionally and mentally. And when you say no thank you and you create healthy boundaries and you learn to love yourself more in that way and know thyself more, then there's more of you to show up, to be present, to participate totally, and to be held. There's more of you to be held. Again, if you're only showing up 60, 50, 40, 80%, that's great. But that's the only amount of you that's going to be held and seen by the world. And so given back to you on that level. But when you show up as your full 100% of self, the universe is like, whoa, lit up here. Okay, we need to just send in all the angels, all the divine, all the money, all the divine, you know, synchronicities to be lined up for the highest good for this person, you know, because you're allowing yourself to be true to yourself. And when that happens, we make way for, we create the correct conditions for all of creation to do that for us. We set the blueprint, we set the tone with what we decide. If we just keep taking on more and more and more and more work, the universe is going to be like, give her more work, give her more emails, and people calling her up and or him up, and give them more work, more work, more work. And they're going to be like, oh my God, I just can't, I need a massage, you know, and then you kind of have this meltdown. You don't have to, but I know it's happened to me, like just over and over again, over the years, in learning how to say no thank you. And learning how to say, you know, can I can't do it this time, but can we stay in touch? Because perhaps in the new year, I would love to sub that class. I would love to take on a project with your company. But right now, my plate is full, and I'm so grateful you thought of me. You know, you can leave a good impression. You don't have to burn bridges. You know, you can say no, thank you. Okay? So that's your invitation this week. And even if it's with someone really, really nice, you know, you don't have to do something for someone just because they're nice. Be nice to yourself first. Be kind to yourself first. And I'm getting that we're supposed to pull one more. Thank you, our angels, our guides. We are so very grateful for your messages on this day for December 2nd to December 9th of 2017. We know we have a full moon. We have a Mercury retrograde that we're coming into. Perhaps there's guidance about that or anything else. Oh, we did. We had a popper. Oh, this is so beautiful. I feel like her. Flowering. And I want to feel like I want to feel like that continually. Do you? Just love. Flowering. Overflowing. This is another card of grounding, that earth element through that rainbow and the diamond. She sits on a lotus petal. Look at her halo, look at her aura, just pure white light, a bubble of white light. She is so chill. She is just the goddess embodied. But she is in her hands, she is casting out seeds of light. And the thing about this goddess is that she's not trying to control and be like, okay, I want 2 seeds over there because I want abundance. I need 2 seeds over there because I need a new car. And I need 2 seeds over there because I definitely need a new lover. So we got to put some of it. You know, she's not trying to coordinate and control. She's just placing love. She's just like throwing those seeds of love and of light out, all of her creativity, all of her joy, extending in kindness towards herself, towards others, and just being kind. Even if she's saying, oh, honey, no, thank you. You know, she's just putting love there. Put love there. Let those seeds of your creative endeavors, your wishes, your desires, your intentions, yes, sure, get clear with them, but put them out there with love and with light. And don't try, but those are 2 funny words, right? Don't and try. You are invited, as you plant your seeds, to place them in places that you have not before, to let them go to that higher source. You are seen, you are heard by source, right? It's another thing to be seen and heard by another human being, and to receive that divine identification and to see each other, to support each other in that way. But this is that metaphysical, this is that level of like, I want what's best for my child. And instead of trying to think that I know what that is, and believe me, I don't have children, and I understand, yes, of course, there is a dimension where absolutely you know what's the yes and the no, or the appropriate realms for your creations or for your children for that matter. Yet there's that next level of, let me give it to the higher source. I want what's best for my child with their next school, or with their friendships, or with their teacher relations, or their grades or whatever. Yes, and so let me give it to source, you know, and allow source to come back and support and serve and reveal that which is the highest good. Be the goddess. So even if you're a dude, if you're a man, again, this is embodying, right, this divine feminine, which really is receptivity. It's being tuned in to source. It's being tuned in to the Most High. It's creating the correct conditions within your channels, doing your yoga, doing your breathing, being in nature, being still, being quiet, so that you can be receptive and not have all the answers, but rather receive your divine guidance from a source that is greater than us, from a plane that has concepts, ideas, creative blessings, divine inspiration that we would not otherwise receive if we had it all figured out. That's what else she's saying. You know, she leaves plenty of space for spontaneity, for synchronicity, for divine appointment, right? Sure, write your appointments in your diary. Have your schedule sorted out, and make sure there's plenty of time for you in it so you don't burn the candle at both ends, right? But also, definitely allow space for plenty of things not to be figured out, so that the divine appointment, the divine timing can find you in the perfect time and space, and allow events, allow circumstances, allow blessings to be even more amazing, more abundant, more beautiful than you could ever imagine. That's the gift this week. Take off the mask. Let yourself be seen, even if it's just like 0.5 more of a percent. Maybe it's that whole 20%. Maybe you're just that whole 100. You're like, here I am, here we go, here we go. But allow yourself to be seen this week. Give yourself that gift. And give that gift to, that is giving that gift to others. As you let yourself be seen, you make it known that it's okay for others to be seen too in their true light. And that lights up the whole world. It lights up your community, your family. It lights you up from the inside out. And that's heaven on earth. Oh, what a gift. What a blessing. I am so very grateful for you. I'm so very grateful for this day, for these cards. I use the Osho Zen Tarot, you know. Thank you all of my subscribers, everyone new who's coming by to check out these videos. If you are new, do hit the red subscribe button below. Stick around for a while, check out some of my videos. Everything is spiritual, metaphysical, meditation, and I'm going to start a new little playlist. It's going to have 1-minute snips called Bite-Sized Science. That we're going to, it's just going to be little clips about interesting science realms that I find very, very, very lovely, like time travel or things about Tesla or about, the speed of light, and just very interesting aspects. And I pray that you will enjoy them too. So keep an eye out for that soon. Keep an eye, if you are on my newsletter list, for my next newsletter. My new book is going to be coming out. I am so excited. And thank you, all of my Instagram friends and followers. Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I love Instagram. Please do. My link is down in the description box below. Go to my page. Check it out. If you're into it, sign up and follow. So many of you helped me to discern what the title of my next book is. And the title is How to Manifest by Living the Law of Vibration. I'm very excited to be launching that soon. I will be telling you all about it in my next newsletter. If you're not on my newsletter, go to my website. The first page on my website gives you an opportunity to sign up for your free ebook called The Higher Self, Blueprint of Mastery. You'll receive that for free, and then you'll also receive 1 or 2 emails from me every month with my teachings, my books, my blogs. I'm so grateful for you. May you enjoy a blessed week, December 2nd to 9th, and eternally. Namaste.